Hey guys, welcome. Hey guys, welcome to the second ever episode ever of Untapped and Unfiltered with Charlie and Jess. Not sponsored by Bearded Iris. Cheers.
Mine was
All
a lot
right.
fuller than yours was.
Yeah, because it poured straight from the can. It's 16 ounces in the can. Here it is,
Yeah, because it's untapped.
yes, and mine's unfiltered because it's hazy.
Is that what actually hazy means?
I mean, they don't filter it as much. That's why it's not so clear.
Is that like why it's called hazy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because you can't see through it. Anyway,
mean-
welcome to the show where I mansplain beer to Jessica.
Who the fuck is Jessica? We're not starting off that way.
Okay, so Jess,
Thank you.
jet ski. Jess.
Okay.
Jess. Anyway, Jess.
I'd rather have Jessica.
Okay,
on this
Jess.
one.
Anyway, Jess. Jess. So let's just get right into it.
Okay.
Nickelodeon green slime symbolizes. Just kidding.
Does it? They didn't say that in the
I
documentary.
mean, they alluded to it. So
no, they
me and-
alluded to having like a foot fetish, like that Dan Schneider had
That
a foot
is,
fetish.
yeah. Maybe you were too busy knitting to catch the green slime part. But anyway, me and Jess watched
Did they talk about it?
Yeah, they mentioned how like the weird stuff, like getting like the coffee and cream for like that one.
But that's not green
sketch.
slime.
But they also talked about the green slime. They talk. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well,
we
because I know
watched
they did like the Nickelodeon Awards.
Yes, which like
Where like you got slimed in, like came out of like the podium. I
Yeah.
remember.
Humiliation or celebration.
what slime is. Slime is a okay.
Humiliation.
Slime is a sign of humiliation or celebration. Is that what the
I don't know.
Nickelodeon
I don't.
website says?
I don't know if I'd like either one. Like I feel like you can't do "and" with those two words.
True. It's like it's either
Can't
humiliating
celebrate-
or
you can't, like,
great.
Well, so I guess maybe it means like because I guess in the awards when you won you got slimed, and so like you were
I
humiliated
guess.
after you won. I guess because I remember
Maybe.
like as a kid it came out of the podium. Like I remember like they were speaking
Yeah.
and they got slimed.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't really. I remember slime. I just don't remember like where it was.
I don't remember it being vulgar, but I was also like very young, so I
yeah,
didn't
of
have
course.
that mind.
You also didn't think of like all the weird foot shots that Dan Snyder.
Or just in general, the weird shot. Like, because I know once we watched the documentary, then I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's fucking
By the way, we
weird.
watched the documentary. That's why we're talking about this. We should have opened with
Quiet
that.
on
I
set.
tried to open it, but yeah, there's just a lot of creepy shit. A lot of like, yeah, like the whole like Dan Schneider having a foot fetish, and then the logo being a foot is crazy. Then there's
Did he ever make a comment? Because didn't he come out with a comment? Did he mention the foot stuff?
I'm not sure if he ever mentioned the foot stuff. I know there's an interview with him and like some other guy on Twitter where he's like kind of like apologizing and
Yeah.
also saying that like I put black guys on all that. So like he was like I'm a progressive.
He said he wasn't racist because he hired one black guy.
Yeah, he's a progressive. So we'll
A
have to,
progressive pedophile?
yeah, we'll probably have to cut
Okay.
the P word out for YouTube, but
What, the progressive or the pedophile?
the pedophile part because we could get flagged for that. But that's not. I mean, whatever. We're not. I mean, we can monetize, but we don't have to. We'll see what happens. We don't want our video to be taken down.
Yeah, roll tide.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. All I know is that he apologized like a lot, and then he just.
Well, because I know, like, so it's like 4 episodes, and then the 5th one was like an update.
We
and the one-
never finished it, did we? Or did you finish it without
Oh,
me?
I finished it without you.
Wow.
So like the
Love
fifth episode, so the 4 came out and it was like once a week, and then
Yeah.
the 5th one was an update after like the big uproar. I don't know if it was like that 5th week or if they made like a week in between, but one of like the black girls that was on it basically was like he called me and asked if I would speak well of him, and she
Ooh.
was like, "Fuck no."
Yeah. No. Of course not.
Because she was like, while you weren't weird to me, you also did weird shit to other people, and I
Yeah.
saw there, and I was around it, and I was also the token black girl.
Yeah.
And she talks about that, and they talk about like the one black guy.
Yep.
And so the two of them like talked to this reporter basically about their experience with that. So it was nice.
Yeah.
But they all
Yeah.
talked about like the reactions that everyone had,
Yeah.
and like Drake Bell came on and basically said that him and his dad have like a great relationship now because they
That's
brought
awesome.
about how his dad like didn't find out that he was the kid in the case until
Yes.
like way later.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew that guy because it wasn't Dan Snyder, it was another guy, like one of
Yeah.
the other producers or something.
Yeah.
That like legit like assaulted him like in multiple ways.
Well, he's like come out in other interviews and like said way more about like what happened,
Oh,
which
shit.
is wild. Because I know, like, in the documentary, he basically just said to the producer that was there that he was like, imagine the worst thing that you could do to a kid
Yeah.
and times it by 10.
Yeah, and that's all he said, which is like very vague.
But he came out with,
and
like,
said more.
yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, I mean, now obviously that doesn't excuse what he's done to younger people, but it's
I
like,
think
but
trauma
still,
plays like a
oh
big
yeah,
role in that,
of course.
for sure, but that's still not excusable.
No, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's just sad to see, Sorry, I had a fly in a drink.
You have one. Twins.
It's just sad to see, that shit go down, especially when it's a kid show for kids, and it's like all these young people, and it's like even that can be taken advantage of so heavy.
But I think they talk about how, and this is like where I get a little like where, like, there's definitely a gray area where the line is, because I know, like, now that I rewatch like the shows that I see as children, like, or that I saw as like when I was a child, there's so many like adult jokes in it that I get now that I'm 27.
Yeah,
but I'm like, when I was watching it did not make sense one bit.
Yeah.
But it's like, it kind of makes it more enjoyable. Like, you want the parents to also be engaged in the show that their kid is watching. But it's like,
there's a line.
So there's a line, but it's like, Nickelodeon didn't kind of cover that, like where that line was. They were like, oh, he crossed it, but they didn't necessarily like define what that line was, because I don't technically know either. I know like when I'm uncomfortable and when I'm not, and what I find funny and what I don't. It's just like, it's not Family Guy by any means.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, the main difference there is like the most of the time when a cartoon or a kid show, whatever, adds like adult humor in, it's like it's very tasteful.
Yeah.
It's meant to be like, we're gonna make some adults laugh with this.
Bluey would never.
Huh?
Bluey would never.
Bluey would never. Blowy would never.
Blowy. No, my dog watches Bluey.
Yeah. That's
No, they
cute.
do it because dogs can only see like yellow and blue, like a spectrum of yellow and blue, and like white. So that's why Bluey.
So, on a spectrum, is Oliver autistic?
Side note, yes. But they see on a spectrum like of blue to white to yellow, and so that's why I have a yellow bed set so that so that he could see it.
Aw, that's so cute.
I know.
Aw, you're so thoughtful.
I am the most thoughtful dog mom there ever has been.
You're so thoughtful and cool and awesome.
That's why Bluey is in that color palette. So like because it's dog. But he loves that show.
That's
I leave
cute.
it on for him when I leave for work sometimes. Like if I know I'm gonna be gone for a while, I always will do that.
That's cute. I
Yeah.
love that.
Or I leave on Breaking Bad or Duck Dynasty. He's got to get back to his roots.
Because Breaking Bad is also in yellow, so that's kind of like the.
Oh wait.
But only the Mexico
we could put
scenes.
on who is it? A Christopher Nolan film?
Yes,
'Cause
exactly.
That's basically his color
Exactly.
palette too.
Just
'Cause
Dark
he's
Knight.
red, green, colorblind.
You just come
No,
home.
because if I play the Dark Knight, he'll like plan a whole revolt against me.
You'll
I'll
come.
give him ideas.
You'll come home and he's walking Dark Knight Rising. It's like,
I'm gonna come home and
this was my ally, and he's like,
I'm gonna
this
come
is
home
my
and he's gonna have, like, a
ally.
cape or something.
What's that?
I'm gonna come home and he has like a cape on or something.
He's like, rare the rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
He's super smart.
Yeah. Is he like the smartest?
I think he's smart, but he knows that he's smart, but he knows how to play dumb too.
Yeah. Which is the perfect amount of smart for a dog.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I can tell because like when like today he
Yeah.
got into my trash can in the bathroom, and I was putting clothes away, and
Yeah.
so like I yelled,
Yeah.
and he immediately ran away, and then I was trying to talk to him about it, and I could hear his like ears just like flip up, like I
Yeah.
know you can hear me, and he won't look at me, like he just knows.
Yeah, of course.
But like he's
like,
9.
He knows he's in trouble,
He's
but
9, so.
he's
I
been
think
around the block once or
he's
twice.
past his teenage phase, but I feel like he's regressing back into it sometimes.
That's
so
so
he's
funny.
like, "Fuck you, mom. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
to you."
Damn. Classic autistic dog.
I really do think he is on the spectrum.
Yeah. I mean, isn't everyone really like?
But he also has Cushing's disease, so like, we'll blame it on that.
What is Cushing's disease?
So it's when you have.
I've heard of it.
You want to say disease again? You want to try that again?
Cushing's disease.
Is this like the Tupperware bit? No. So when you have like a tumor, like a mass on your adrenal gland, and so it's more prominent in humans, obviously, but
Again, you say obviously, like everyone knows this. Like obviously, this is more common in humans.
well,
It's
it
like,
is
I'm not a
because-
dog scientist.
Well, I said it was more common in humans. So why would
Yeah,
you
but
be a
you
dog
said-
scientist?
If I was a dog scientist, I would know that it's more prominent in.
No. So
Anyway.
basically, like. From what I understand, because I mean, my vet here is great. I love
Yeah.
her, Dr. Mueller. We love her. We
Dude,
stand.
we love veterans. Anyway,
Are you
go
done
on.
yet? Are you done yet?
I've been done. You haven't chimed in.
Because I was
if you
waiting
let
for-
if you let me, I keep talking.
I know.
I don't know when to stop. I have a problem.
Stop.
It's called comedyitis. Common
No,
disease. Comedy disease.
It's when you have a tumor or like a mass of some kind
Yeah.
on your adrenal gland. And so basically your symptoms are like if you were to take too many steroids.
Oh shit.
Like not like
Oliver's beefing up, dude.
not those like antibiotics
No, I'm
versus
kidding.
steroids
No,
kind of thing.
I'm kidding.
So he was like really bloated. They have a pot belly when they're in dogs. That's why he has a little pot belly.
Aw,
I know.
sweet little boy.
But he also has pancreatitis.
Damn.
So
Wait, you kind of said that word weird too.
pancreatitis.
Yeah, you kind of slurred your words there too.
Pancreatitis.
Now you're saying it, but you're just giving me shit. I'm just giving you shit.
Pancreatitis.
I
I got bronchitis.
got the black lung pop.
We just said two different vines.
I know. Well, mine wasn't a Vine. Mine was Zoolander. So
Well, I think I got bronchitis came out before Vine. That was like a YouTube bit for a while.
yeah, probably. I don't know.
How'd your kids, how'd your wife?
Yeah,
Like
So
that
anyway,
kind of age.
yeah, that kind of age.
Yeah.
Like Chocolate Rain. Chocolate Rain. Yeah, he knows. Our producer knows.
Okay.
Anyway,
He's the youngest out of the three of us.
So anyway, what's next on the? Well, yeah. What's on the list? So we talked
Your
about Nickelodeon.
Hinge WAP girl.
Oh yeah, the WAP girl. Yes.
This is my favorite story of any girl that you've
It's
ever.
not really that,
Like just
well,
any
first of
other
all,
female that you've interacted with that I've witnessed.
Yeah.
This is my absolute favorite.
How many have I interacted with? Like 2.
Probably.
Yeah.
But still, my favorite.
Well, first of all, that's not my favorite story involving Hinge, because this girl I never met on Hinge, which we'll go into in a minute. But
you both are on Hinge, though.
yes, but I saw I wish I liked her just because I wanted to have a conversation with her, because her thing was like,
Is
I
that
think it
why
was
men
like,
like women on Hinge because they want to have conversations?
yeah, because if they wanted to fuck, they go to Tinder.
True.
Anyway, but
I don't think men do that though. With my experience with Hinge.
I mean, I'm just trying all of them. I'm just throwing darts at the wall, see which one hits.
Anyway, continue
Anyway,
the story.
but I can't remember the prompt, but it was like something about like maybe like let's debate this topic, like if Helen Keller was real, which like
What?
apparently there's like
There's a whole lore about it.
exactly. That's why I'm like, yeah, I haven't looked into it yet.
I feel like
but
that's
was
actually like a really popular like female
Yeah.
Hinge like
Why-
like
how would you know?
because I've seen it actually on TikTok a lot.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm like, so I wanted to like, I can't remember what I messaged her. I didn't just like her, but I was like, hey, like what, like I wanted to like talk to her about like what she thinks about this, but she didn't hit me back. Whatever, it's fine. But the story with this girl, I won't go too much into
The WAP girl.
the WAP girl, but no, yeah, there's this like girl my friends are trying to set me up with, and she apparently had seen me on Hinge, like according to her, I think every other week, but like never liked me or said anything. She just saw me and was like,
I know that
skip. And I don't know if this was all before, like, Cade and his lady told me about this. I'm not going to say her name because I respect her, but I don't respect Cade. Just kidding. I love you, Cade.
Okay.
Just kidding. But they're like, you know, trying to be like, hey, like, you know, you should meet, you know, our friend. I can't even remember her name. And like he was saying, like, yeah, she's met you on Hinge or she's seen you on Hinge. I was like, okay, weird. Well, like the one night they finally brought her was a night. It was my actual birthday here, and you were here, and so like
They had a cock block for you.
yeah, which thank God. It was definitely it was like like imagine talking to like
A brick wall?
soggy piece of bread. But anyway,
Was it flavored?
no, it's just like water and bread. Like
Was
take
it potato bread or just regular
No,
white
it's
bread?
like Wonder Bread. Like you run under the sink for like about 15 seconds. Hey,
Okay.
you know what? Some people like that. Some people can't afford much else.
I wouldn't give her potato bread though.
No, Martin's is king. That's why I got it at Costco and made sandwiches with it.
Is that what you got? I thought you got like
No,
little baguettes.
the week before.
Oh.
Yeah, I sometimes get.
On our
well,
Costco run, you got.
Yeah, because
baguettes.
I didn't need to go to Costco, but you're like, I need to go to Costco. I'm like, let's go to Costco. Because
Costco.
that's what friends do.
Yeah, because
Let's
you have a
go.
membership, and I'm 100% gonna abuse that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't care. I get to have.
I should have gotten gas when I was there.
You should have. But well, yeah, we could.
When you said, "Oh, I'm parked on the gas side," but you're parked by the fucking
okay, here's
front
the thing. Here's
door.
the thing. Okay, here's
I went
the
down
thing.
every
Again, we're not
single
gonna get, we're not gonna get
aisle
we're not
while
gonna
my
get
nose is bleeding. Keep that in mind. Where I'm like
I love that.
driving through every single fucking thing, holding the blood in my nose because I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm looking for your fucking car. You said I'm on the gas
I
side.
love that again. Second time in a row, we're not getting into the WAP story, but yes, I told you I'm on the gas. Okay, producer. If I were to say, hey, I'm on the gas side of Costco,
Would you think he's near the gas pump or by the front
like,
door on the same
it's like
side?
I'm technically closer to it than
Like
the
if this
other
was
side.
Costco, and then this is the gas pump, and then this is where he's parked. Would you say that you're
This is where I'm parked, but here's the entrance of Costco, and then here's the other side.
no? Like
of
here's Costco, here's
So
the
I'm
gas
not
pump,
on this side. I'm
but
on
this is
side,
where he's
but
parked,
just, like,
and the
find
front
me.
door is right here.
But,
Would
like-
you say that you're on the gas pump side?
But if you were here, you would see me here. He just said were there that many Mustangs there? White Mustangs with convertible. I was
Okay.
also like parked like I was
I
maybe
don't know
like
why I wanted
was
to start a
maybe, like-
podcast with two men. That's my mistake.
I was maybe like 10 spaces from like the end.
You were literally by the front door.
No, I was like 75%. No, she was driving. I
I was driving. I literally
I
went
saw
through.
her. Yeah, she was going down every aisle looking for me. I went beep 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 beep, and she didn't hear me, but that's fine.
Because I'm literally like this the
Well,
entire
she
time.
found me. But
and I was not happy.
But then you were when I gave you a candle.
Yeah, my Sir Space prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
surprised.
WAP girl.
So anyway, but like later that night we went to Otto's and like she was like I heard her say.
Well, no, so I left, and then she slid into my stool right after you said.
That sounds gross.
Well, she's not the greatest.
No, I'm like sliding into stool. You know,
so
it's like stool is like
it
poop.
was like Cade, you, and then me, and like I was kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on the
You
rounded
were
part,
cock
and then it
blocking.
was her,
Yeah.
and then Cade's girlfriend. And so as soon as I left, because I was like, I have to open in the morning. I gotta go. It was like 10:30.
Yeah, you were like, I hate you, Charlie. Fuck you. Happy birthday, bitch. And then I was
No, and I
like,
said I
"Alright."
love you so much. Happy birthday, but
You
I
did say
really
that.
do need to go because
You
I
did
need to
say
be a
that.
responsible adult.
Yeah, which I get.
Thank you.
I get.
But you said as soon as I left like the patio part to go to my car.
Yeah, and you saw her slide in?
No, you said she did.
Oh. Okay, I was probably already a little tipsy by that point.
Oh, you were
my birthday.
hammered.
And then we went to Otto's and we got even
Yeah,
more
you
so.
were hammered.
This was yeah, because like I forgot.
But you
also
also
went
had to go to work the next day.
Yeah, it was bad.
don't
That's
think
that's
you're
why
responsible.
ended up leaving Otto's. But like we went to Otto's and I got like one drink over there. But like I heard her say something about like a WAP themed birthday party. I immediately texted Jess. I was like, this girl is talking about a WAP themed birthday
I
party.
woke up to like 15 texts from you that
Yeah.
night. It was so funny.
Because I was like I'd forgotten about like what it even was about. I just was like, she had a WAP themed birthday party, and I was like, I don't even remember what it
You
actually
were just
was.
doing like a conscious stream like to my phone.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome, but like,
I mean, but honestly, that's our friendship because I wake up to like 10 text messages from you
Yeah.
every day about shit that you say when I'm asleep.
yeah. So again, you're welcome. It's like that's
My
what,
morning news. Fuck the morning paper. I read Charlie's like.
hell yeah, it's way
Charlie's
more
text in the
way more
morning.
fascinating. But yeah, so so I ended up asking Kate. I was like, what even was the WAP themed birthday party? But like, apparently all it was like her and her friend went to like
Miami, right?
Miami or like
Yeah.
maybe Panama City Beach or something.
I think it was Miami.
And then like they just like had a party on the beach, and it was like
A
it's
wet
a wet
ass
ass party. It was because the ocean,
Yeah,
and
it's
that
so
was
stupid.
it, which is like so
But
anticlimactic.
like, don't like it's more so. I feel like
I
that's
mean, they probably listened to WAP the whole time. Like, oh my god,
it's fine. But
so funny.
like when I told him the story, I was just like, if you're gonna say you're gonna have a WAP party, like,
yeah, there better be some like.
well, I was actually way more vulgar when I told him the story, but because I had questions. But I don't want my mother to hear those things.
We can cut it out.
Well, I said, "Are you what?" Like, because I was like, I don't get it. Because I was like, if you're gonna say you're gonna have a WAP party, and like, because the cultural significance of WAP is that. So
Yeah.
when you say wet ass party, no one thinks that you're saying wet ass party.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, just say that you had a beach party, girlfriend.
Yeah, like beach party
no
bingo.
one's judging you.
Bring like a nap
But
and a
you're
cello.
trying to be relevant and cool and all
Yeah.
of those things by saying the incorrect thing.
Yeah.
And so now, like, people have a different view of you, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, girl, I thought you
mean-
were like on the beach at Miami. That's not what you were. You were just
literally
in a pool.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there were some details she left
But it's
out.
like,
but
those
I
are
didn't-
two different, very different parties.
Literally, very different parties. Like one probably had the game Twister, and then
Yeah.
the other one would have had.
I was like, I don't want to
Me
get invited to
twisting
that
her.
party. I'm fine.
What?
I feel like if I got an invitation to a WAP party and someone just texted me, quite literally anyone, because I wouldn't go,
Yeah.
I feel like they'd be inviting me to
What
an
if?
orgy.
What if I?
No.
What if we have a WAP themed
No.
bachelorette bus party?
No. Let me make sure this is working.
Can we play?
No.
Can we? Can I request that when we take your bachelorette bus party, for your birthday?
What fucking bachelorette are we planning?
Well, whatever. Wait, what is it called? The bus party? What is it? The
Party bus?
party bus? Yeah, whatever.
That's not a bachelorette bus.
I mean,
'Cause
I
was
just
like, when the
assume
fuck?
I just assume all of it. That it's all clumped together. It's all the same thing. It's all just a bunch of woo girls.
If I come on my birthday like party bus that we're doing, and you have anything WAP, I'm walking home.
You're whopping home.
Walking.
What if we like played WAP on the bus?
That's fine. I love WAP. I love the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to
but
at
if
least
you
like
had
have full
anything
circle.
themed WAP, I am going home.
I am thinking of other themed things to wear.
Like what?
I'm not gonna tell you. It's gonna be a surprise.
I hate surprises, and you know that.
Why do you hate surprises?
You don't understand? You text me that you had a surprise, and I was at work with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what do you think it is? Is he going to murder me?
Did she actually say that? Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna.
Well, 'cause then you said-
pinky promise. I'm never gonna murder you.
I don't trust it. Don't break that pinky promise trust that I have. Anyway, no, and then you said, here's a hint, and it's just a picture of nothing.
Yeah. You know
And
what?
I was like, is this man going to murder me in the dark?
That's it. The Dark. That's the name of the record. That was the hint. It's pretty genius, right?
The
The
dark
record is
isn't
called
even
The
a
Dark.
dark. It's literally like tannish gray. And then has like little lettering in the middle.
Yeah, but like,
You should
but that
probably
was
tell
it.
them what you're talking about.
So I gave Jess. So like Jess loves Ben Camino,
Yes.
which I do too. And
Very good band.
I work, and we did a collab.
Are you sure
with,
you want to say that?
Yeah, I mean I cut out the last part because I didn't want to say like the big companies we're working for. But I can say like Ben Camino because like I think it's like
The fly got in there.
oh no, let's get a spoon, get it up. So we did a Ben Camino candle for their newest record called The Dark, and we had like a bunch like there was a bunch that were made with the wrong wicks by someone that I don't even know works there anymore. But we had a bunch for our studio sale, and I was able to grab one and give it to you because I know you love Ben Camino. And it had the logo on it on the glass, like a nice
It has a cute
whiskey
little
glass.
like matchbox in there.
Yeah, it has like a
so cute.
yeah, the matchbox is great with a little horsey on it and a little guy, a cowboy, all the matches.
Yeah.
So I was like, Jess would love this, and I was like, I got you a
did.
surprise.
I even gave you a hug.
You did. You're like, as mad as she was for
Oh, this
having to
was in the
search.
Costco parking lot.
Yeah,
after
to
I
have to
found your car.
search for my car, like go down 2 rows before she found my car.
I literally went down 5 rows. I don't want to hear that.
I mean, anyway.
You watched me. What do you mean?
I watched you with 2 of them. I was constantly looking around for your little like
Red Rocket.
clown car you were driving.
I call it
around.
Red Rocket. I named her Red Rocket.
After a dog's
No.
anyway.
Just that she's red and she's a little rocket.
A little rocket. Pew! Anyway.
We're going on a trip. And our favorite rocket ship. That one.
yeah. No, but I don't know. There's a fly in my drink. No, I'm gonna drink anyway.
The protein.
I'm not gonna actually drink
my
it.
God,
I'm not gonna actually
no.
drink it. It's already been in that. No, I'd rather have the fly than your hands. Give me. Anyway.
What are you trying to say about my drink?
Huh?
His hands were in my drink. Getting
Yeah.
the fly out.
Yeah.
I don't want that protein.
I'm not gonna eat the fly.
Dude, like.
I'm gonna drink around it. Anyway.
Speaking of, anyway.
Anyway, yes. Thank you for.
gonna drink
there are a
yours
lot
too?
of flies out here, but where were we going with the? Oh yeah, the dark. Yeah. I was like, hey, I got you surprised, and you're like, what? I was like, here's a hint, because
You
it's
sent me
called
a-
the dark. I sent
Yeah.
her a picture of the dark, which was just a
Not
black.
us trying to like zoom in to see if we can see anything.
And I didn't. I could have just like take like.
You could have taken a picture of the photo in the dark.
No,
or like of the
I-
candle in the dark.
I literally just like took my camera and just held it up straight to the candle, the box, and just took a picture. I could have just like went and like Googled black background and saved it and then sent it, but I was like, no, I want this to be genuine.
Can we pause?
So
I have to pee.
The pee. All right, we'll be right back.
Gotta get down low.
Okay.
So we talked about
Hinge
we talked
Walk
about
Girl.
Hinge Walk.
Okay, so the next one is our candle fiasco.
Oh yes.
And that's a great segue from the candle that was my gift.
Yes. So speaking of the candle fiasco, show the audience. This we made 2 candles just like this. So
We made 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, we
We'll get there.
We first attempted to make 2. Well, yeah. Let's tell the story a little bit. Let's not
Set the scene.
let's not like jump the gun here. But so what happened? What had happened was Jess was like, "Hey, let's do like the patty wax
Again,
candle."
another me trying to find a hobby.
Yeah, which like great. Like I love it. And you're like, "Hey, let's do like the patty wax make your own candle thing." And I'm like,
I work at a candle.
I was like, I work at a candle shop. I've made candles before. Like, why are we going to spend $45 a person plus corking fee, which we didn't even drink that night, by the way. But I was like, why are we going to spend $90 when I can,
We
like...
didn't?
No, well, we had, like, a happy dad. A happy mom.
Happy mom.
Happy
Because it was
mom.
a raspberry one.
Yeah, because, it was raspberry one. It was Mother's Day thing. But anyway.
Like last year.
Yeah,
They're
that's...
still in there.
Yikes.
Not
Anyway.
so bad, I don't think.
I mean, no, it was fine. They seltzers do go bad, but I've heard some stories about like some bars that don't change them out, and people got like violently ill from White Claws. Anyway, so I was like super confident and pretty cocky about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You came in steaming.
Yeah, I was like,
You came in with a whole little bag. You were like, I'm not here to fuck around.
Well, yeah. So first it's like literally I was like, and well, what brought the challenge to the table, which this has nothing to do with my fuck up. This was just a challenge. Was like you're like I like the Yves Saint Laurent myself cologne. I was like I've never smelled it or heard of it. So I texted my buddy who like is a fragrance guy. So I texted my buddy who's like into fragrances and like makes candles and perfumes. And I was like, yo, do you know anything about this? And what did he say? He was like something about like boring laundry or something like that.
Yeah, I think, well, because he said I'm going to look on, like, fragrance science or whatever, and we
Yeah.
were like, yeah, we already did.
Yeah.
And then, like, one of the comments was like, it just smells like laundry detergent.
Yeah, which like...
It doesn't. It smells delicious.
Would you eat it?
No.
Yeah, well then, shut up. Anyway.
Well, the thing is I did.
Oh.
Later, because of the oils was in my mug.
Right. Well, anyway,
So
so
anyway.
we'll get there. Anyway.
We'll get there.
So got the oils, like, it was like a couple week long process because we had to like get the wax and get the kit, all the stuff.
It does
And
smell
yeah.
like it. We got it pretty.
It smelled like that?
Yeah, we got it pretty head on.
All right. Nice. Well, there you go. I would love to go to Sephora
That's our
and try
producer
it out.
present.
There you go. The present. Crowboy Crandall.
Anyway.
So I was like, all right, we got this. We got the wax, we got the oil, and like, I came over to your apartment and we were like, we're gonna make it. And I was like, yo, like I'm so confident in this.
Yeah.
Well, so the thing is that I got the percentages wrong quite a bit.
A little
The
bit.
oil that I was meaning to put into the wax
This
was
was
12% of the
But we did
volume.
20.
We did 20, We did 20, so I was like, because we ended up like, at first I was like, we're gonna add a little bit of oil at a time. Because I did the math right before.
Well, no. So like the way that we did it, in a sense, like so we had this little jar on your scale, and
Yeah.
we're like, we need to have like X amount of.
Well, yeah,
whatever.
because we wanted to recreate the
So then,
smell,
but
and
we
I
had
didn't
like
even know what I was doing.
5 or 6 different like little
Yeah,
scents. To,
and
like,
we
make
used
the one.
almost all of each of them.
Yeah, and then once we used all of them, I was like, I feel like this isn't right. But I was like, I don't know anything about candle making. I'm gonna trust my best friend that like works for a candle company, and we're just gonna throw all of them in. Like we literally the only one we had left was the bergamot.
I feel like we had a different one instead, but either way.
No, like that's the only one we had left. Like that's the only oil we had left after we just like threw shit in there.
Yeah,
'Cause
we're
I was
like,
this is a lot.
a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little
No,
more of
because
this,
your
and
friend
then like, fuck,
ended up like finding them and like curating the oils that we got to like
yeah.
match this
And
thing.
well, I helped curate
And
that.
so
'cause I was
yeah,
smelling it and all.
yeah.
Even though I didn't know what it was, the
But also,
original one smelled like.
keep in mind I was like still sick, barely had a sense of smell anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we did great for a
Yeah.
no,
It smells close, so there you go.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
But-
Anyway, but the problem
no.
is,
So I was like, I assumed
yeah.
when we were making it, when you brought all these oils, I was like, oh, we probably won't use that many. Like he probably just gave us a bunch because we had to do like a more amount of this one with a less amount of this one and do that and that like make a recipe out of
He
it.
gave us over
And then
what
once
we needed.
we used, and you said that, and you mentioned that, and then when we used basically all of the oil, I was like, I don't think this is right, but I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
I wish you wouldn't have.
The one time.
The one time.
The one time.
The
I
one
shouldn't
time.
have shut the fuck up.
It's because you were sick. You had COVID brain or whatever you had.
I didn't have COVID. I also didn't have
How
the
do you know?
flu.
What did you have?
Whatever. No. Again, you have.
I know. I know.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, so we made it with 20% oil,
Yeah.
and I literally after I was mixing it, I was like, this smells really strong. I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
But we thought about that
fucked
after we
up.
had poured it, after we
Yeah.
put all the wax,
You
melted
mean
the wax.
me did all the things?
No.
Okay.
Because I was present in the first time.
That's right. You were, yeah. Because since I messed up, I took over the second time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we fixed it.
I let you fix your own mistake.
Well, let's also be clear that Jess was moving a glass and spilled wax over everything. Her stovetop, her counter, some of her cups probably, my scale that cost like $150.
So then these.
And I had to clean it all. I didn't have to clean it up. I chose to clean it all up because I'm a nice person.
Yeah. Well, so
And
also
then,
we
and then
decided
she took
to.
a nap while I was
No,
fixing
that's the
my mistake.
second time, not the first time.
No, but like I fixed your
No,
mistake.
we're still
You
the first time.
you should help me
So
with my
then-
mistake.
No, so then when I moved it, so
Untapped and empty with
so
Charlie
when we were
Jess.
moving it from pouring it, because you let me pour it so I could be the little scientist.
Yeah.
And then, because I love being a little
And
scientist.
then you moved it and were
And I moved it, and so
the
like,
worst
obviously, yes, I
scientist
spilled
of all
it,
time.
But because we originally talked about like the way the oils work, and like if we got like a fragrance oil versus like a perfume oil,
Yeah.
and like how it was bad for dogs. And so I was
Yes.
like, I don't want this anywhere near my dog. So I went and put it, and like above my sink, I have like my pantry, and it's like open shelving, and so I have some like my coffee mugs in there for like easy reach. And so I put it like on that shelf, and then the next day I realized that all of my coffee mugs now smell like this. Well, they still do, and I've dishwashed them like 2 times.
No way.
And they still smell like it because I think it was so strong that
That's
first one.
so funny.
Like, cause like the 20% one
I knew
was
the one.
so strong. But also, we were trying to nail the YSL cologne,
Yeah.
and that is so like, it smells so delicious
Yeah.
as a cologne in general,
Yeah.
but it's so overbearing, but like not in a bad way because it smells
Yeah.
so good, but you're like, oh my god, I just walked into this cologne.
Yeah.
It-
But that one did smell too
yeah,
back then.
but
Yeah.
it was like, it gave you the effect that the cologne does.
Nice.
But like,
But you don't want that in your
I
coffee,
can only
even though
describe
you don't drink it.
Yeah, well, I drink milk out of it in the mornings.
Ah, yes, nice cup
Anyway.
nice hot cup of milk in the morning to start
no,
my day.
it's cold and it's whole milk. I'm a whole milk girly.
Well,
but
I
no,
didn't
it's like
say it wasn't whole milk.
It's no, you said warm.
Yeah,
but
but
it's not
you.
warm.
No, yeah, but it doesn't have anything
But
to do
some
with
people
the
have preferences.
percentage.
Some people have
Yeah.
preferences about their percentages.
Of course, because they're psycho or they're like.
No, whole milk's
Or
the way to
they,
go. But
yeah, whole milk's
that
the best.
cologne has
you,
the
Jeff.
effects of like Axe body spray, where you're like, oh my god, this is fucking disgusting. But like
you
with
love
the
it?
YSL, you're like, oh my god, this is a lot, but it smells so good. Like,
Yeah.
I want to stay in this little circle forever. And
Nice.
so, like, we nailed that.
Nice.
Because it
But
still smells like that in
It does
my
smell like-
coffee mugs.
it's just so intense.
But then, so when I
Yeah, so-
spilled it,
Yeah.
I had like a little coffee mug next to like my medicine, which was
Yeah.
not the best place to make candles right next to my medicine.
You're
Is
right.
what it is.
You're right.
But
It's not
so
the
I
best
guess
place.
some oils from where we were like piping them in or whatever, and we were using a little pipette.
Oh, yeah.
My little scientist era, you let me be it. And then that got into my coffee mug. And so then when I went to go take my medicine later,
With your milk?
no, with water. I
Okay.
just like filled it up with water and then like just took my pills and went to bed. But I literally was like, disgusting. I ate a candle basically.
You ate a candle.
With the amount of fragrance oil that was like in that, and I don't know if it's from like when we were just mixing the oil versus like me spilling the candle.
But you know that was actually the oil, not just like a like nearby.
Yeah, no, it was the oil. Because in my mouth felt like I ate like a bar of soap.
Oh.
Like I knew it was something in the
That's so
water,
gross.
like mixing the water versus just the smell.
That's
like
so
it was,
gross.
I felt like I ate a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap.
That's disgusting.
Did you say
Damn. Well,
But like that's how I know I ate the
Yeah.
candle.
well, I mean, if it was the oil, then that's not on me necessarily.
No,
Yeah.
but
Just wanna
you
make
said
that
you
clear.
should eat it, and I was like, I kind of did
I didn't say you should eat it. What?
earlier because you're like, you like it so much, would you eat it? And I
Oh.
said, well, I kind of did.
No. I forget things sometimes.
I know.
Yeah,
That's why I'm here.
Um,
That's why we record this.
what's that?
That's why we record this.
It's like go back and it's like the timestamp. Like, actually, here you said this. But moral, the end of the story. Another fly. There's a spoon right there. Well, the end of the story is that I fixed it. We just got some more wax.
So then this
I
is
did the
when
right.
took
I did the right nap.
This is when I took a nap.
Yes. She was like, I'm out. I'm like, oh, cool.
I laid down on my couch that looks into my kitchen
Yes. And
and
you just,
quite literally just snoozed.
yeah, you just fell asleep watching me fix my mistake. How interesting that would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fixed it.
No, so then also while we were making the candle is when we watched the Nickelodeon documentary.
Yeah, the first time we made the candles,
Yeah.
when I fucked up. Well,
But
that's
then
when
the
we
second
watched
time
it.
is when I fell asleep.
Yeah, and I sat there.
Probably for a good 5 hours.
And you were watching American Horror Story, which I didn't realize how cheesy that show is.
It really is cheesy.
It's so cheesy. It's like daytime television, but like with vampires
It's
and
like,
shit.
what is it, General Hospital? Like the
Yeah,
daytime show?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that with like with like witches and stuff, with witchcraft.
Yeah, I am on cover.
And we know how you love witchcraft.
I don't understand like where we got this from. I have a spell book because it's a cute little coffee table book.
Wait,
Yeah.
you know how we got to the fact that you were into witchcraft?
I'm not into witchcraft. I like my
mean,
crystals.
You said last podcast you're like, I want to be a witch. Last podcast.
The aesthetic.
That's why we record it so we can
The
show you.
aesthetic. The aesthetic.
Oh, you just want to be a goth bitch?
Yeah.
Just want to be a
I feel
big.
like I would be such a cute little goth girl.
Probably.
I mean, I have the music taste for
You
it.
should dye your hair black.
No.
I don't think goth girls listen to Band Camino.
Last time we were in your car, when we got stuck in the rain with the top down on your Mustang,
Yes.
we were literally listening to Sleeping with Sirens. What do you mean?
Yeah. I know you also like that, but like, goth girls like listen to goth music
Okay.
and like I don't know. I mean, maybe they have
I
other.
have taste. It's fine.
Wow. I mean, not taste for much.
Anyway,
you
do
only
you
drink
wanna-
Flamingo Road.
Okay.
And
So
nothing
you want
else.
to finish up our candle fiasco?
That was the end of the candle fiasco.
Are you ready for
I
our next
fixed it.
topic?
Yeah. What's the next topic, Chef?
Grief and healing with your community.
Ah, yes. Wow. Go
That
right
did not
into it.
segue at all.
Wow, terrible segue. Is there a better segue we can have besides this? But
Well, the other one is pottering around the house.
I mean, we could probably. That's probably a good thing to end with. Is that all we have on our list of social
Yeah, the
things?
only other. Oh, and your coffee, something you said today.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing that you didn't want me to talk about.
Oh, that's the coffee you were talking about. Okay, then no, I don't want you to talk about
Cool.
it.
All right. I'm not gonna
I
talk about
thought you were talking about
it. You
it's like a coffee order.
You
got
can see my coffee on my OnlyFans. Yeah.
So it's what, a cent?
What? A cent?
A cent?
A penny?
Yeah.
think I charge 4 cents a month.
Well, if it's quarter, then it would be 3 cents.
Quarter a month.
If it was 25% off, it'd be 3/4 or 3 cents.
Okay, anyway.
I love math.
Wow, don't do math, kids.
Which one do you want to talk about?
We'll end on a funny note. We'll end with I already forgot what it was.
Pottery.
Yeah, the pottering. We'll end with that. We're really just teasing the audience right now. We'll end with like the word that no one knows about except you. But we'll start with what we talked about earlier was like I've like.
But how you want to go to therapy?
Yeah, I want to go to therapy. Like I've never been. Like I am an advocate for it.
But you have a really good community, though.
Yeah, I do. I have people that I can actually.
About that.
Yeah, I have people that I can actually talk to about stuff. Like I'm able to process my emotions in ways I know a lot of other
like?
people can't. Right. I just like obviously like I don't know. I've just like over the past decade really I've just like kind of become like more aware of myself and more empathetic towards myself and others around me. COVID really just kind of like hit that in the head with me.
Yeah.
Which like
I know, like, I don't know if you want this like out in the world, but I know like COVID is when like your anxiety like
peaked.
I
mean, I'm willing to talk about it. Yeah, like I never had a panic attack before in my life until literally it was like, well, obviously I was also in the middle of the tornado in East Nashville and that hit.
It literally went right around you.
Yeah, like it skirted around me. I was at Lakeside Lounge. It hit Basement East. It hit Attaboy. It like demolished Molly Green over here. It hit the building across from Lakeside.
Went right around you.
Well, it was like I was like here, and the tornado went whoop. I was like sick.
I feel bad laughing.
There was, no laugh. I mean, it's like, but what's really funny is my buddy who coincidentally sent me that bag of coffee that I wanted to talk about. Him and I were there together. We experienced
also,
together.
The bag of coffee is a very vulgar name, and that's why I don't want it.
Yeah, we're not gonna because we have to cut it out anyway. It's fine.
Thanks, Mom.
But it's a real name of a coffee shop in Thailand. Anyway.
Okay, they probably don't understand. Anyway.
Hey, are you assuming that Thai people don't understand things? Anyway. But that night, when the tornado happened, my friend was playing this buck hunter game, whatever. And there was the level he was playing where there was a tornado, and literally 15 minutes later there was an actual tornado.
Yeah.
So we talked about going back and playing it to reset, close the book on that, whatever. We have been back there. I think he's been back with me, but
I mean, Lakeside Lounge in general has changed. Where
Lakeside
influencers now.
Lakeside sucks now. It used to be but way before when it was Edgefield Sports Bar, which was before your time. You could smoke in there, and it was.
You could smoke in there when I was Lakeside when I was here before last year.
No,
last year is when they made it to where you can't smoke anywhere. Before that, I've been to Lakeside when they could
really?
Smoke Lakeside. Yeah.
I've been to Lakeside many times, and I don't remember smoking there.
Yeah,
ever.
well, the ability was there.
Okay, well, anyway, it was like a legit you could buy cigarettes and smoke at the tables. Yeah.
But you want to go to therapy. It's like a goal of yours.
Yeah, because I went
so
through that,
in general,
COVID,
what's stopping you? Because you have that community.
Not necessarily. I mean, having that community is not necessarily a deterrent.
Because not everyone has that.
Yeah, I mean, it's more so. It's more so all right, the money that I have right now. It's I have kind of my. It's not really a budget because I don't budget really well.
Yeah.
But I have the things I spend money on, and I'm content with that. And I don't have an excess of money to spend on therapy.
You don't have disposable income,
Yeah, if I had disposable income, sure, But it's more so I'm not afraid to start therapy because I'm okay with confronting my demons,
Yeah.
I've done enough things to make myself do that, but I would I have that community which makes me feel like I don't I'm not desperate for it, but I would like to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to that point where I'm I need therapy or else I'm gonna go insane or go into depressional. Because I've had depressed seasons and.
I like that you call them seasons because I call mine seasons too.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a very Christian thing.
Never mind. I'm gonna call them episodes again.
Season 1, episode 2.
No, that's what me
Jeff.
and my therapist do because I'm bipolar,
Yeah.
as you know.
Yeah.
And so like my mood swings, I don't experience mania. I experience hypomania. So
Yeah.
my manic episodes way less than my depressive episodes. So mine is more like, because bipolar is always like a wave.
Yeah.
In the sense of a lot of people go really high, then really low. Mine's
Yeah.
always kind of low and then mid-high and
Yeah.
then really low.
Yeah.
So like, and that's why there's two types. Like I don't hit those really high to where I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But like, so mine, so like I get that. And so that's why I like to call them seasons, because I
Yeah.
feel like it's not an episode in the sense of like that. I feel like that just has like a negative connotation to it. And with mine, I feel
negative
like
is, very negative.
it's more so like whether it could be like 1 to 5 days.
Yeah.
I'm still like, it's a season of my life.
Yeah, exactly. And
I don't like episode. I feel like that has a really negative connotation to it in my own brain and everywhere.
No, absolutely. I mean, I know it's not obviously not just like religion and Christians.
But I'm also
that use
well
that term.
medicated, so I tend
Yeah.
to just stay on the middle.
Yeah.
And then, like, my life stressors can send me one way or the other.
Yeah, of course.
But I love my manic side. I can clean my entire house without having to
Hey.
take any medication. I like make all my appointments. I
Yeah.
do everything I need to do. It's great. You're completely motivated,
Yeah.
and it's fine.
I'm like that with
But-
just 3 cups of coffee. That's all it takes for me.
Can't relate.
Yeah. 3 cups of coffee would
But
probably get you
in
way
general,
past that.
like, I don't
Yeah.
think you'll ever meet a bipolar person that doesn't like love their manic self, because
Yeah.
you just have a lot of motivation.
Yeah.
But you do a lot of things that are not great for you too.
Yeah, fair.
And that's why I do like budget money for my therapist, because she
Yeah.
helps me like since I've started seeing my current therapist, I just haven't done like horrible things for, like, and I don't want to say like horrible things like I've done actual horrible things, but like there was like times
You've
in
done
college where I would, like-
allegedly horrible.
well, no,
things.
there was like times in college where I like maxed out my credit card because I could, and I had no like self control
Yeah.
and things like that. To where like I don't do that now.
I mean, it's not like that wild.
I just get up and clean my house.
Alicia! Oh, little puppy.
The baby.
Little puppy. Little
I
puppies.
need the baby.
Little puppies. We'll get back to serious talk in a minute.
I need a baby. Hi, the baby.
Well, we lost Jess. There's puppies involved. We'll cut this out.
We're still recording.
And we're back. Jess saw a dog.
You want to clap?
We'll clap
I like
later. We'll
that.
clap later.
Dog saliva all over my face.
That's right. We'll edit that
I
on
love
post.
Mabel.
So sweet. No, yeah. So yeah, back to what we were saying about therapy. You're seeing your therapist.
But
'cause,
so in my therapy journey, I like when I was a kid, I told my parent like I knew I was like something was wrong with my brain
Yeah.
in the sense of like I didn't feel like I was normal and like the things I was feeling because my friends weren't feeling them, and I was like,
yeah.
you don't feel sad all the time?
You're like, what? You're happy?
No,
The
and so I'd
hell?
be like, I don't have
What
the same.
the
I don't
hell?
have the same like feelings as other people do.
Yeah.
Or like I felt very strongly where my friends were like, "Oh, that's sad." Okay, anyway, and I'm like, I can't move on like that. And
Yeah.
so I told my mom, and I was like, I think I should see someone. Just kind of think like I've always been interested in the brain. That's why I have a psychology degree.
Yeah.
All of those things. And she was just kind of like, I don't think you do. Like I think you're fine. You can talk to me. And I was like, okay. And then I went to college, and my grandmother passed away. And my grandmother was like my best friend. I was her caretaker. And so then I finally was like, I'm going to go to a grief counselor. They have it for free at my college. We're good. And then I started seeing like a private therapist.
Yeah.
And so I saw this old lady. She reminded me of my grandmother, which is
Oh, yeah.
why I wanted to see her.
Yeah. Need that.
But she was so great. Her name was Anna. She was adorable. I loved, and I could bring my dog to my sessions. It was great. I could bring little Oliver. He loved it.
Yeah. How old
and
was he at the
then-
time?
4
No.
4 or 5.
Nice.
And then I saw another one when I moved here.
Yeah.
And she was an older lady because I was still on my dad's insurance, and so I could see that one for free, unlimited, any amount I want.
Yeah.
And so like,
Free's
well,
great.
I'm very
$3.99.
thankful for those two ladies.
Yeah.
The only thing they really like tackled for me was like my grief therapy.
Yeah.
And so now I see a girl
Yeah.
that is like closer to my age. She's like 32, I want to say, like
Yeah.
low 30s, and I love her so much because I can relate to her and she can relate to me.
Yeah.
And so we can tackle a lot more issues than just my grief.
Yeah.
But I learned so much from like I call them my old little grandmas. But like I learned a lot like in my grieving.
Yeah.
Like, cause you have to go to grief therapy in that sense because I mean my grandmother was my fucking person.
Yeah.
Like we were together every day all the time.
Yeah.
And it got to a point to where she was sick. And I like talked to her. I was like, "Do you not want me to go back to school?" She was like, "No, you're fucking going back to school." She didn't say that because she was like a Christian woman that never drank an ounce of alcohol. So like she didn't say that. But she said it with that amount of no, she said it with that amount of sass though.
Oh, that's
And I was like, okay. And then she like passed away as soon as I left because she basically like got better, so I
Yeah.
could leave, and then like passed. And so like
Damn.
I was a broken human. I didn't get out of
Yeah.
bed for 3 months.
damn.
Like I didn't go to class. I failed that semester. I didn't go to class. Didn't go to practice. Didn't do anything for like
Yeah.
a month, like 3 months.
Yeah.
Like the guy I was dating, Will, who's actually one of my best friends now. Like he literally, I remember he used to like just feed me goldfish because that was like the only thing I could eat and like keep
Yeah.
down.
Damn.
But then so I was like, I'm gonna go to a grief counselor, and like that helped.
Nice.
But it's what
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, therapy fucking helps, you know?
But I mean, I think people go to therapy when they're at their worst. It should be people go to therapy at their best to continue to be at their best.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
or if maybe not even best, but just like you just want to be better. Like you don't have to be in a low place, and
Right.
that's not why I'm waiting to go. It's more so like it's
Well, I
like
think you also have a really good community that other people don't have, and you have
Yeah.
like you have that social support. Like
Exactly.
you have me to where like one, your conscious is just like there, and we just work with it, honey.
it's
We
like
just work
texting
with
you, like
it,
12:30 in
and
the
like that's
morning.
why I love you so much because you
Yeah.
also deal with my mental health issues
Yeah.
all the time.
It's
But it
reciprocated,
is what it is.
Yeah, it is
But-
what it is. Yeah,
I think some people value therapy. I also love therapy just because I've been in it for so long.
Yeah.
Like almost 10 years now.
yeah,
And I love it, but like I think therapists, because even when like I was going through a hard time, like at the beginning of the year when I was going through a breakup, like I had no money because I'd quit my job. I wanted to like figure out what I wanted to do with my life. She was like, "Do you want to do pro bono sessions?" And I was like, "What are happy tears? Why are you so nice to me?" And she was like, "I just want you to be better."
yeah,
And she did like pro bono sessions. She was so sweet. She was like, "Let me know." We text all the time.
yeah,
And so,
Yeah.
like, and she put me on, like, a sliding scale, which is, like, where you kind of just go, like, what you can afford to, like, what they're willing to accept.
yeah,
And so, like, for 6 months, I pay a certain amount that's, like, less than her, like,
yeah.
a regular
Because
amount.
she
and
cares about you as a human. That's
Right.
what you want in a therapist. You want
Right.
someone to actually like care about you,
some,
not just
like,
getting money.
some of them aren't like that.
Yeah, some people always want to tell you their problems, and then you always want.
I did actually have a therapist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tell me about this.
my old therapist, because, so she basically told me, there's a thing called, like, EAP, like, Employee Assistance Program, that
Yeah.
usually only covers sessions, like, 3 of them.
Yeah,
And so she was the one that, like, did those. And, like, my dad's insurance, like, then covered her, obviously, because
Yeah.
that's, like, what she did. And so she was like, "You're the only patient I've seen, like, after, like, visit 7." And I saw her for a year, and almost 2. And so then it was, like, by the end of it, I was like, I'm just going to do this to just do it, like,
Yeah.
just to finish it out. But she was
Yeah.
telling me about, like, her granddaughter, like, her husband, her
Yeah,
Airbnbs. And
no.
I was like,
Airbnbs.
yeah, she has Airbnbs in, like, Kingston Springs. And I'm just
What was
like,
she telling about? Like, what was she saying about her Airbnbs?
oh, that she had to go fix them. She had to fix something that some tenant broke. And it's
You're like, bitch, my interest is paying you.
well, no,
what are we
and
doing?
it's kind of just like I didn't really have much to add. I didn't have much to work on with her
Fair.
because not that grief just goes away.
No,
but
yeah, but that connection wasn't there with her, right?
I mean, it was there. I think when I was still grieving.
Yeah.
But like, and I mean, I'm always grieving. You're always grieving.
Yeah, of course.
But I think by the end of it, I was just more so like not in tune with her anymore because I had
Yeah.
already like gotten over those mountains of
Yeah.
like the grief of to where like I can control it now
Yeah.
to where like I'm grieving my grandma. Like I go to Olive Garden and I get the unlimited breadsticks and
That's so
soup.
cute. My
Because like
grandma
that's what
also
we used to
loved
do, and
Olive
like when
Garden,
like on my friend's birthday and her death day when she died, I go get strawberry cake because that's
Yeah.
what we used to do together. And so, like, I have it. Like, some days I'm like, yeah, I really miss my grandma. Or, like, some days I'm like, I really miss my best friend Jess. Is what it is.
Yeah.
But, like, but I like that I have, like, their little celebrations all the time.
That's cute.
Yeah, because it reminds me of them. It makes
Yeah.
them, like, feel like they're there.
Yeah.
But, like, after I got to that point, that's when I was kind of like, I no longer need to be in grief therapy.
Yeah, because you learn to control it. Just like, I mean, obviously
Then I
not
started
to
working on my other issues.
Hey, no, I mean, just like I like obviously not trying to compare the two at all, but
Yeah.
like that's like I've been able to control my anxiety and my panic attacks where it's like you know I've been through it where like
You also
it's
drink
like
a lot of coffee. And not.
I don't drink a lot of. I drink like
You've
maybe
literally-
2.
Charles, you've texted me and been like,
Here's the thing.
I had 3 coffees this morning.
No, I
I'm
never
about
had
to have a
3.
panic
I
attack,
haven't-
and I think it's because of the coffee.
First of all,
Don't come at me.
I haven't had 3.
No,
probably
and
in a long
then
time.
you bring
But
down a box from above your eyesight, and then a box cutter almost cut you. What do you fucking mean?
that has nothing to do with coffee.
You're not careful.
Well, first of all, how am I supposed to be careful when there's a box above my eyesight?
Get a ladder. So you can see
But
above the box.
But also, the people that are doing that shit should not leave a box.
Isn't that your
cutter
job?
on top
Above
of
them? Aren't you above them? Like,
No.
aren't you their boss?
Yeah, that's why I yelled at them about it, and they
Did
were
you yell at them?
no. I was like, hey guys, because we actually had a safety meeting yesterday morning about like other stuff, about like wax and oil and non-slip shoes and yada yada yada. And I was like, hey, on this subject of safety, I told all of them, and half of them their jaws dropped because they were like, holy shit, we could have killed Charlie.
Do you understand if they would have killed you? Do you understand the wrath that would have been at
By you?
yes. Like
Yeah.
that would have unleashed
That would have
beast.
been the peak of
No, that would have gone all the way to mania.
yeah.
100%. Like, but the wrath that they would have, and I'm like, he did absolutely fucking nothing except for get a fucking box for you guys that he couldn't even see. Are you kidding me? You didn't even supply him a ladder.
I mean, there are ladders.
The
there.
criminal justice
Well,
degree would come out in that one.
But I didn't need a ladder because this is literally all it was.
If
It
you
was
can't
like
see the top of if you can't see the top of the object that you're pulling, then you need a ladder.
no, it was literally like this. Like
Ask
imagine if
OSHA.
this. Imagine if this.
Get OSHA on the line. Get
That's
OSHA
all it
on
was.
the line.
Girl, there's a lot of other we have going on, but I'm
Probably.
gonna cut that part out.
But if you can't see the top of it, you're not supposed to pull it.
That's what she's. Are you a OSHA girly?
Oh, well, I would love for everyone to have a safe workplace. Yes.
Okay, well.
Okay then.
Anywho, that's neither here nor there. Well, how do we get into the box cutter thing? Me
Because
having a
if you
panic
weren't
attack,
No,
drinking coffee. You said I drink too much coffee. Here's the thing. So
You're not careful
I
at work. So
I
you
drink
drink
too-
coffee at work, and then you have a panic attack because you're so stressed, and then you're like,
I
oh my
haven't-
God,
I
I
haven't-
almost killed myself because
First
of this.
First of all, I haven't had too much coffee in probably like 2 weeks now. That was, and by too much coffee, I mean like 2 iced coffees. Which
I mean,
sometimes
I drink 0, so
But like
I
when
mean,
I'm
I
when
don't
I'm
get it.
stressed, that does affect me. I haven't been that stressed at work in like a week or so. So things are getting a little bit better. I've also learned to manage that. Just like I have my panic attacks and anxiety.
I gave you my advice. Did that work?
That definitely helped.
Okay.
I haven't adhered to it as much, but like the fact that it's
you make a
there,
list?
I did. I have it on my desk.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it is there. I don't adhere to it every time, but it does help. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
But also, like, I've kind of like learned to like just like it. I also had a talk with my boss / friend that was like he's like because he's had to separate work from life because he's like he has way more stress to deal with than me, and so he's just
He's
like
also like the owner of the company.
no that's. But he did give me like some good advice about like separating work from life. I mean, like you know, you just gotta like just and it's hard because
That's
he
my
does it
problem.
too.
I'm
He's like
just
you gotta
learning
just
that, too.
disconnect that. So
Yeah.
I've been doing that a lot more.
Yeah,
Where
we
it's
were
like-
talking that before we started filming
Yeah.
about how like there's a potential for me to go back to an old employer,
You
and
told me
I'm
about
just
that.
like,
Yeah.
if I do, we're gonna have to set some boundaries.
Yeah.
Jess is
No,
healed since
absolutely.
I left that job.
Yeah. I don't like the thing with me is it's like there's no boundaries really to be set. It's more so, it's more so we're getting over that hump of like everything's changing, and like things are kind of like finally starting to balance out. So like changing over software, like for the whole place, like changing over software, so things are more difficult now.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of different issues that have come up because of that. That's what's causing the stress. It's not so much like this is what I'm gonna have to deal with all the time. Like the past 2 weeks have been so much less stressful.
That's good.
It's because like things are finally starting to balance out. You know, we're in.
You got that one order out.
Right. I mean, there's multiple big orders we have to go out. Like the one that I texted you about, it's going to happen again like in a couple weeks, and then there's going to be another.
But you're like,
big
I
one.
feel like you're better prepared for it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm already like prepping heavy. 'Cause, like it was literally just like me like getting used to the new role that I had, and then as soon as I was like, I think I'm starting to get it.
Yeah.
Then boom, switch, new system. Fuck. Then it was like getting used to that and like just getting like because like it was things were more complicated. There's a lot more that I had to keep an eye on, but like we're setting things in place. We're like, and now we have a couple more people on that are like in management for production. So things are like everyone's communicating way more. Like things are like actually feeling good now. So it's way better, way smoother.
But the fact that you're able to talk to your boss on like a level to where you're like, this is my problem.
Yeah.
How can I fix it? Not fix it. But
Yeah.
like having that boss that you
Yeah.
can say that to is
Exactly.
it's great.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, I lived with him for 4 years. So I've
I
been
love
friends with
that
him
you
for
have
like
a
10.
good boss.
Yeah,
I've
he's the best.
had a few bad ones.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some shitty ones too. Like Rooney. Just kidding, we love Rooney.
I
Where
can't
is he?
say
Tell him to
hi.
come out. He's fucking not over. Yeah, Rooney needs to get his ass out here so he can just yell at us about Dark Hollywood for 5 hours.
Find him.
Maybe. We also don't want a super long podcast like the last one because we might not be able to export it. We've already had issues. with
I
it,
feel
so
like we're already there.
we should probably wrap this up now because
Yeah.
I mean, as much as it's so natural for us to talk for hours with each other.
Because we do.
Because we do.
We talk all day.
Literally.
every day.
Let's close on the pottering real quick. Just add up
So
on
I said today
that. So
that I texted Charlie because he was at work and I had the day off, and I said, I'm just pottering around the house. Let me know when you're off so we can go record. I realized, and I had this discussion probably maybe about a month ago with someone to where they were like, what the fuck does pottering mean? And I was like,
it's
I
like
feel
Harry
like
pottering.
no, and it's like I've said this since I was a kid.
That was a Harry Potter move.
Sure. But I've said it like since I was a kid. I've heard it,
Yeah.
and I thought it was like a Southern thing. And then like when I had this discussion, and I can't even remember who I had it with, but when I had this discussion with someone, they were like, "That's British," because they looked it up, and I was like, "Okay, yeah." I mean, it makes sense because Harry Potter is British. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Olivia, have you ever heard of the term pottering?
Like pottering around the
Pottering
house.
around the house. Exactly.
Yeah,
my
it's
point.
not a Southern thing.
Puttering, that I mean, I've heard that, but it's probably mostly because of like putt golf, maybe. But I don't know. Puttering makes.
Okay,
more
so
sense.
then what is
Pottering.
puttering around the house to you? Yeah, so that's pottering.
Yeah.
That's pottering.
So it's the British version. It's like chips and
Well, pottering
fries.
is apparently is the British version, and
Yeah.
I've been saying that since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Harry Pottering. Yeah.
And I was like, absolutely not.
Avada Kedavra, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
No, so it just means to just kind of like wander around the house doing small tasks, not big tasks. So today, I was doing laundry.
It's like, washing your cups for the 7th time and still smelling well.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, so like it was just me doing the dishes, it was me doing laundry, like making the bed, like walking the dog, like just doing small little tasks.
Yeah.
Versus like me being like, oh, I need to reorganize my entire closet. I need
Yeah.
to reorganize all the cups. I need to
You move around your furniture
scrub.
so Oliver can see the city lights.
I did.
That's pretty-
That's more than pottering.
Yeah. That is
I did move that so my dog could see the out.
That is undying love for your little pup.
I would die for him.
He is the sweetest
And he
pup.
wouldn't appreciate it. I know he would not.
He wouldn't. He'd be like, burp.
I do have an advanced directive of like what happens to Oliver.
Yeah.
And I have like a savings
told us.
account that he gets, but my brother gets to
That's right. You told me about this, yeah.
because you can't give money to an animal.
Yeah,
in your will.
for some reasons. They
With
don't
my
have any
advanced
pockets for
directive-
wallets.
No, I have my advance directive is like my best friend Will gets him if I
Yeah.
pass away, but my brother gets access to all of my bank accounts, and that my savings account has to only be spent on Oliver.
Nice. Smart.
I mean, he does get a lot, but he gets a little bit.
I mean, you're not rich, but
No, he gets a little bit of my savings.
yeah,
I mean, I have an Oliver savings account specifically for that,
that's cute.
but like my brother gets to disperse it
Yeah.
as needed.
That's fun.
Because you have to like put a human to it, but you can
Yeah.
set. I guess I don't really know the word.
You don't want to give all the money to the human at once because they're going to spend it
No,
on narcotics.
but you can
spend it
say
to, like,
you can
$100
say
a
like,
month
oh,
for-
this can only be spent on X, Y, and Z.
It's like,
And
here's a
mine
Costco
is-
membership, and here's the bag of food.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like that would be technically under the stipulation where I said like it can only be spent on Oliver. So sure, he could buy a Costco membership if that's really what he wanted, but
Yeah.
that's the cheapest way to buy food.
Yeah, true. He can save more money to.
He can get whatever he wants over
yeah.
in Austin, Texas, but
There you go. HEB.
yeah, he can have an HEB.
There you go.
But
But
yeah, so that my advance directive is my brother gets to make all my medical decisions
nice.
because he's the
Most
and I
competent
mean
one.
this in the nicest way. It's because he's the least emotional
Yeah.
person in my family,
Yeah.
but that I trust that he'll like. Because I feel like everyone else in my family would be like, oh my God, send her to every test, do every treatment, because they want me to live, because they love me so much. But my brother would be like, pull the plug. No, he would
You
be
shouldn't wanna
like,
be a
no,
potato.
he would talk to the doctor and be like, what's your opinion and all those things. But I also made a stipulation that he can't talk to anyone in my family about
Nice.
it because I don't want anyone to
I mean,
manipulate
fair.
anything.
I mean, fair.
But so he gets to make those decisions, and he likes it because the day I made my advance directive was like the day after, like my sister-in-law, his wife, made it and said the same thing,
Nice.
and he was like, "This is a lot of responsibility." guys." But I was like, I think he's the best person to have it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that makes sense. He's not bringing like it's
He's
like
not bringing emotion to it.
Yeah,
he's
it's-
bringing logic to it.
yeah,
and I
it's
think
like,
everyone
obviously
else in
you
my
can have
family.
emotion, but like if you're dealing with something like this, like you don't want like emotion to override what.
Yeah,
like,
well, because I'm
what's
not
actually
I'm
right.
not a weight
Yeah.
to be able to do
Yeah,
it myself.
exactly.
So I think he would have he would align with the wishes that I have.
Yeah.
But Oliver's also taken care of if I die.
Nice.
Or if I am unconscious enough to make medical decisions, Oliver's taken care of.
There you go.
So so it's Will and Krista. They're like the two caregivers, but Will gets Oliver, and Krista also has say in like the money.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. You're all set up.
I made sure my boy was set up.
Little baby boy.
Yeah.
Cute baby boy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
He's set up for
There you
life.
go, maybe.
I mean, maybe a few years. Like, maybe
Yeah.
two.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
he ain't, like, the savings account ain't that big, but he's set up for, like, 2 years, maybe, of dog food.
He's not gonna care. He's like, whoa, sweet.
And once you include daycare, then that's a little excessive.
true,
Maybe
true,
that's a
true,
year.
true.
But,
What dog is daycare? Just like pass them around to the people you care about.
Oliver goes to daycare all the time. What do you mean?
He does?
Yes, he loves his daycare. It's Go Dog in West Nashville. It's in Bellevue. It's the best.
You go all the way to Bellevue?
Well,
you
it was
say?
when I lived in Bellevue. It was like right next door.
Yeah,
They took Santa photos with him,
that's cute.
and I put on my Christmas card. They're
I didn't
so
see
cute.
those.
He loves them actually, and like they have little cameras.
Oh no.
And one day I was at work, and I was like looking at the little cameras, and they had him in like a little timeout area, and so I called. And I was like,
Bitch, why is he in
no, and I was just like,
What'd
I'm
he
just
do?
curious, and because a lot of times my dog is a very beta dog, and so
Yeah.
he's the one that's getting humped at the dog park, not the one humping. Very much so. He's always that. And so I was like, and
Beta.
I picked him up sometimes, and they've been like, hey, we had to put him in the timeout area because dogs were targeting him. And so one day I looked, and he was in the timeout area, and I was like, hey, just check in. Like, I just happened to check in. He's in the timeout area by himself, so just... And they were like, oh, he was humping everyone.
He was helping everyone?
Yes.
Oh shit, roles are reversed.
And so, no.
Let's go,
so
dude.
he has a girlfriend. Her name is Rose.
Oh shit.
And she
Rose.
wasn't there that day. So he was trying to get it with all the other dogs because Rose wasn't there.
Was he just like humping everything in sight, or just
No,
like,
yeah. And so they separated him because he was trying to hump everything. And I mean, my dog is fixed 100%.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing
Yeah.
productive when it comes.
Boy, he's gonna try. He's gonna try.
No, so they were like, and I asked when I picked him up, I was like, hey, is Rose here? And they
Yeah.
were like, no, she wasn't here today. And they know Oliver and Rose are like this.
Damn.
They go everywhere together, like hands in hand.
What kind of dog is Rose?
I have no idea.
Damn. You
Never
should,
met Rose in my
You
life.
should find out. Find out whose bitch
Never
is.
met her in my life.
Well, she's like a beautiful husky.
Well, no, and then I asked, I was like, are the owners really nice? And they were like, yeah, they're so sweet. They love Oliver. And I was like, that's great. Because never met Rose in my life. But also keep in mind, I was like picking up, like, pickup ends at 8, and I was picking him up at 7:59. I was like, get it all out for him. And so, like, he was like the last dog there.
My phone died? Well, all right. Oh, damn. Well, it's all right. We can have audio for the last part. We can just
Okay.
We can just keep audioing for the last part.
You can just add something into it.
Again, yeah. We'll just post, we'll just have like a photo of us. Take a photo. Just take a photo. We'll just add a photo, so it'll be funnier than like trying to like fix it. We'll just add that in. Yeah. We can keep talking. We'll just add the audio in. Fuck it.
Well, we probably need to end it soon.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean. We should end
It's
this.
probably been over an hour.
Yeah. He was saying that, which I know this fact before, but I forgot about it. Like most podcasts don't make it past the 10th episode. Is that right?
9th.
9th?
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking do more than that. So.
Okay,
hope
so
you're
I
ready-
do have
hope you're
bad
ready
news.
for it. Oh God.
So I got put on call next Thursday.
Oh, that has nothing to do with anything.
I also have plans to go to a baseball game that night to do the 9x9, the 9 glizzies and 9 beers and 9 innings.
Oh, and you didn't invite me?
It's a work thing.
Okay.
You can come then if you'd like, but I know you like to record on Thursday nights.
Well, I mean,
They did schedule me outside of my availability, so
No,
there's that.
It's not that I like to record on Thursday nights. That's just like that's the day that we've been doing it. We can change days. Well,
We're having issues with exporting
yeah,
anyway.
TBD of us actually releasing it on time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But
Okay.
we can figure it out. We'll talk about it. Talk about
Yeah,
off the pod.
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. This doesn't have to be a scheduled thing. This can be just like I mean, like most podcasts when they first start, do it like once or twice a month. The fact that we're trying to do it every week is like we're going above and beyond, which I'm not mad about because I enjoy it. So I don't care.
Roll Tide.
Huh?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. RMFC.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. RMFC. Yeah.
RMFT.
All right.
RMFT.
motherfucking T. All right, let's end the podcast. We'll talk about things later off the pod.
Cheers our mics.
We should. Let's cheers our mics. Good night, everybody.